For the next part, we will complete our cart here. So once we add it to carts and we have them here and then we click checkout, we want to have this page where we can do the final changes like adding stuff and so on. So it's almost a copy paste of the other cart, but here you could also add like shipping and so on in the future. So if we go to our Visual Studio Code and you locate your which one, not that one, the other one, which is CartView here, we can start importing in the things we need down here in the script area. So we will be using the destructuring methods for grabbing the needed information, which is from use cart, from module, that seems about right. And then we will destructure in the specifics we need. In this case, we're going to need the cart so we can see the objects inside of it. We need update, quantity, so we can either do plus minus. We need cart, total, we need sales tax, grant total, and we need the code for making it cheaper. And then we are going to create one called check buyout that doesn't exist yet. This will be our final click here. So once we add the button, we might as well put it in here. We will add the add click. Oops, wrong button. What did I click here? There we go. And try again. Add click. And that will be the checkout buy here. You don't need to pass anything through. And then we just need to go through the steps up here where we have the specific sets of functions that we need to pass through. And in this case, one of them is grand total. And then we have sales tax here. Sales tax, and remember these are firing a function, so make sure you add that into the interpolation here. And then we have the cart total. Oops, daisy. And we have the, what's the next one? We have summary, we have the total price for this one here. So that is total price. So we'll actually do some code in here. We'll do the item.price, oops, item.price times, that's not a, there we go, where's this on this keyboard, multiply with the item.quantity. Why is it doing that? Item quantity. And we will wrap this in a parentheses so we can do calculations correctly here. And we will, what it's called, we will make sure that it only shows us two numbers. So we'll add two fixed, so two decimals at the end. And then we have the increased quantity. So that's almost a copy paste of the one you had in the other one. So you can basically go copy it. If you're lazy, I'll just write it here. So update quantity, parentheses, and in here we'll pass through the item. Why on earth is it doing that weird thing all the time? And we'll pass through the item quantity, it does it again, quantity. And we will do in this one that is increased, so +1. And then we can basically just copy this, paste it to the one up here, and then we can -1 instead. So it's basically a copy paste of the other one, almost. Product name will go here into this bracket. So that will be item.name, and we will have, what's the next one? We will have it up here. We will have source, which is product here. So we need to bind the data to source, so make sure you use the colon in front of it. And then we will do item dot, oh my god, is this item.image URL. And finally, we of course need to have our loop up here so we can see if, or we make sure it runs through everything. So we'll add the loop to, sorry, this one here, the v4. And we have item in cart, item in cart. And our key will be on the ID. So item _ID. And then finally, we want to do a few if statements to check to make sure that everything is just like running. So the first one will be up here with a paragraph, and we will add a if check to see if the cart or the length of the cart, so if there's any products, if it's equal to 0, then we want to print out this one, this section over here. And if this is not true, then we just fire the else statement here. So we have an issue with the code, and that's because I forgot to add the code here on, let's see if I can find it, coupon here. So we of course have to do, in the input field, we have to bind this one here to the code. So v-model equal code, and then inside, and that's this one. And this one is all right because we haven't created it yet. But this is the structure for the cart, and then we will add the function so we can do the next step, go from here, and when we click buy, this goes empty, and we can go to orders and we can see this. So that is the next part we'll set up here with processing, shipping, and changing the value for all the things, and then we can archive as well when we're done with it.